What time did this shooting occur?
This took place around 7:40 p.m. and we got the initial via the family video at the corner of Woodman Avenue and Route 20. Yeah, we had a couple of officers in the immediate area that saw a vehicle that matched the description of a possible suspect vehicle, and they saw this vehicle turning off Route 20 onto 4th Avenue, and they followed it down 4th Avenue and started to make a traffic stop, maybe 150 feet or so after they turned. They made the traffic stop. Another officer was nearby, so a third officer immediately joined them as they stopped this vehicle, and they made contact with the driver, and they determined that they believed that this was the person that was involved in or may have been involved in the armed robbery in the family video. Matched the description, and after having a brief contact with this individual, this gentleman, he then tried to speed away, injuring one of the officers, and shortly thereafter some shots were fired from the injured officer, and this person was shot and killed. Probably went another 150 feet or so down the road, and the car veered off into a yard. I don't recall what the vehicle hit. It was probably a tree or utility pole or something. I can't recall, but veered off, and it was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect was.
3 officers on administrative leave, which is standard procedure?
That's correct. Anytime we have an incident like this, that's part of our policy is to put them on administrative leave, and we conduct an investigation, which was turned over to BCI, which is also something that we commonly do with incidents of this nature.
Well, if you could tell me what happened yesterday.
About 7:30 last night, he was on the porch having a cigarette. He came in, sat down in the chair, and said that we heard a crash. And then he said he heard 4 popping sounds, like it was gunfire. He said it was really close. I said, well, it's probably on Woodman or a couple streets over. He said, no, it's right outside. He sat down in the chair, and when he looked in the window, he saw the suspect's vehicle over here by the sidewalk. The frame was up on the sidewalk, and then the police officer was right here on the street. The back window was blown out of the vehicle. Within a minute or so, the whole street was filled with police officers, ambulances, fire trucks, and I'd say there was at least 10 to 15 police officers that surrounded the car with their guns drawn. They did take, I believe it looked to be a tire iron, and broke out the passenger side front window. They did find a gun on the seat, and they did take that out of the car. This happened, like I said, about 7:30. The ambulance showed up about a half hour later, and they presumed him dead on the scene, the suspect. They stayed here, secured the area. I want to commend every police officer, fire department, ambulance that was here. They did what they had to do to keep everybody safe. Shortly after that, the coroner showed up to do the final pronunciation of him being dead.
Is that Dr. Lancaster?
I believe so, yes. And I do have to say that everybody that was out here last night was very respectful of the suspect. Once they found out that he had passed, they covered the vehicle with blankets so that nobody could see in the car. They made sure that the car stayed covered so nobody could see. Approximately midnight, they followed through with taking pictures of the suspect in the car. And then about 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, they finally removed the suspect from the vehicle and placed him in back of the coroner's vehicle. and then had the car towed, finished securing the scene, and that was about it.